everyone, I hope y'all are having a great day, and today I'm going to be reviewing The Transfer by Veronica Roth. So before we start, you might be wondering about why I'm uploading so frequently. Actually, you're probably not wondering that, but I'm going to answer that curiosity anyway, and I'm going to say that as long as I have time, I'm going to be filming, editing, and uploading as quickly as possible, because if I don't do it now, I won't have time for it later, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, back to The Transfer. If you don't already know, The Transfer is the first of 4 short stories being told in Tobias's point of view, and they're being released as ebooks only. They're only in digital format, and they're kind of like promotional little goodies to Veronica's fans between the publications. And this is the first one, and it was released today, September 3rd, 2013. I set the date because I don't know when I'm going to be uploading this, nor do I know when you're going to be watching it. But yeah, let's get started. As you might already be able to tell, The Transfer focuses on Tobias before he joins the Dauntless. The story starts before the choosing ceremony, lasts throughout the choosing ceremony, and ends off basically when he first comes into the Dauntless compound. And this is just so insightful to Tobias's character. Tobias has always been one of my favorite characters of Divergent ever, and reading more about him, especially through his point of view, makes me feel so much closer to the character. In this, we get to see more of Tobias's personal thoughts than we do in Divergent, obviously, and we actually get to see snippets of Marcus and Tobias's relationship. It's very traumatic, honestly. I don't know how Tobias handled it. It shows a lot of Tobias's vulnerability that we don't always get to see in Divergent. It shows how his life was back in Abnegation when he was still under Marcus's roof, and how he had to suffer through all the abuse and the cruelty from his father. It also shows a little bit of Tobias and Evelyn's relationship, and Evelyn is Tobias's mother. The story itself is just really, really touching because you get to see so much of Tobias's vulnerability and the way he thinks about certain things, and it's just so refreshing and insightful and addicting. I personally think there's a very distinct difference between Tobias's point of view and Triss's point of view. Triss's point of view is more choppy and short and a bit dry, I think, because of the abnegation mindset she was raised in. Tobias's point of view, however, is more flowing, I think, and it's more emotionally driven. It's so great getting to see Tobias's initiation, especially compared to Triss's. I thought some of the most interesting things about this short story is seeing the differences between Triss's initiation and Tobias's. I know that Triss's thoughts during the choosing ceremony were that, oh, I don't know where to go, but I know that I'm not good enough for abnegation, whereas Tobias is more like, I have to go anywhere other than abnegation because I have to escape from Marcus. If you recall, Triss was the first jumper, whereas Tobias is the last jumper. Upon entering the Dauntless compound, Triss never had to do like any task, but Tobias and his grade, I guess, of initiates had to do the fear landscape. First thing. What I wasn't expecting, though I should have been expecting it considering the title, was the moment 4 got his nickname. That's in here, and it was actually kind of underwhelming, but I still appreciated that it was actually in here. Despite the short amount of pages, there were quite a few quotes that I really, really loved. There's this one quote that really, really just tore my heart into shreds, and it's when Tobias is talking about Marcus, and he says, "The childish part of me that is afraid of the man holding court in the living room, the man whose knuckles I know better than his embrace." And that kind of just hurts your heart because Marcus is his father. The man whose knuckles I know better than his embrace. That's just so sad. And then there's a scene where Marcus is cutting Tobias's hair, and he's telling Tobias about the upcoming choosing ceremony, and he's talking about the pain of the knife and how it'll only last a few seconds, and Tobias is being snarky, and he says, "Don't worry about me handling the pain," I say. "I've had a lot of practice." And just hands down, all the awards, Tobias, all the awards. And also I really enjoyed the way Veronica Roth concluded this whole novella, and it's like, I have a new name, which means I can be a new person. Someone who doesn't put up with cutting comments from erudite know-it-alls. Someone who can cut back. Someone who's finally ready to fight. For the end. But yeah, I loved this novella so hard. It made me love Tobias even more than I already did, which I didn't think was possible. It's so well written and so well done. It includes just the right amount of everything, and Veronica Roth did a fantastic job with this first ebook, and I just can't wait to read the rest of them. If you're a Divergent fan, definitely consider picking this up because I love it and I'll probably reread it for the next 17,000 years. So yeah, thanks so much for watching. I hope you have an awesome day and happy reading. Bye!